You are tuned in to Listen in 3D, episode number 18. I'm your boy Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool.
And I'm Netta, aka Wondrous Net.
And together we are Team 3D, the host of Listen in 3D, where we discuss, dissect, and debate the music and the albums in the world of hip hop and other genres. If you like what you're seeing, do us a favor and like this video. Um, Also, comment if you have a comment, any feedback, we will greatly take. Share it around on any platform you want, and definitely subscribe. If you do subscribe, help us out one step further. Ring that notification bell. That way, you can get notifications when all our videos go live. We have shorts on the channel now. We have a lot of content, and if it also does help, it will help us so we're not buried in the YouTube algorithm. Please just watch another video or two just so that we are in your rotation on when a video goes live. And with all that out of the way, before I forget, email us at listening3d@gmail.com if you have any email for us or something. And also, we respond to comments as well. We respond to everything. So, um, if you're listening to us on whatever platform you choose to do so, thank you for doing so. We greatly appreciate it. All right, with all that out of the way, Netta, how you doing today?
I'm pretty good, can't complain. So it's thunderstorming right now, which I don't like, but
Yeah,
everything's good besides that. What about you?
it's been pretty cold out here in Southern California, at least where I live. It's been freezing at night, so I mean, just trying to do my best to stay warm. Yeah, it's let's just say that January winter is really kicking in right now, at least on this side. But uh,
Same here. It's
yeah,
probably the coldest of the year, like early January.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So definitely stay safe, stay warm. Just stay healthy. A lot of people getting sick right now. All right. So with that being said, we got a classic for y'all today, a '90s classic. Netta, you want to get into the facts about this album that we're discussing?
Sure. So today we'll be discussing Cypress Hill's sophomore album, Black Sunday. It was released on July 20th, 1993. It was certified 4 times platinum. It had 4 singles, including Insane in the Brain, When the Shit Goes Down, I Ain't Going Out Like That, and Lick a Shot. And it had music videos for all the singles except for Lick a Shot. They had no guest appearances on the entire album.
Yeah. So I think this is the first album we're doing that it does not that didn't have a guest appearance compared to the last one we did where there were a whole ton of them. So yeah, yeah, got to give it up to them. Finally doing an album that had no one with not a single guest appearance whatsoever. So a little bit about Cypress Hill. They've had a few roster changes over the years, but during this time, it consisted of three guys: Be Real, Sundog, and DJ Muggs. Um, this is a really unique group. Not only are they considered a Chicano rap group, a basic hip hop group, you know, they've also had a influence in that new metal rock genre that exploded in the mid to late '90s. Influencing groups like Limp Bizkit, Rage Against the Machine, Korn, Linkin Park, just to name a few of them. Three different audiences. You had the Latin group, the general hip hop audience, and um, the group of that whole new metal uh, wave as well. Kind of like the whole House of Pain audience, I guess you could say. So they can kind of go all over the place. They really diversify, and that's one of the things I really like about them in terms of their music and everything. So so we'll definitely get into recommendations on what albums I'd recommend if you really like this one. So hopefully you guys are in for a good treat. You got any thoughts or memories on Cypress Hill, Netta?
I don't have any memories on specifically the group Cypress Hill, but I remember Insane in the Brain. I just remember like people singing that and, singing it myself, but I never knew like specifically about the group.
Mhm.
I know you were a big fan. What are your memories with them?
Well, I do have their album. I'll try to I forgot to go through my CD wallet. I'll try to find it. Maybe after the episode, I'll show it to you. But don't want to do it right now. But yeah, just they. I first heard them in the mid '90s. I mean, no, it wasn't this CD. It was their next one after this one, Cypress Hill 3, the Temples of Boom. That was the first album I had really experienced with them. Songs like "Throw Your Set in the Air," "Boom Biddy" by I think that was the name of the song. And then just over the years, just heard their old stuff. Their old stuff was like killer for the most part. It was awesome, and even like going into like the late '90s with songs like "Rap Superstar," "Rock Superstar." They recently did a Tiny Desk concert. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I mean, it was about 30 minutes or so. They Be Real told some pretty good stories, about the group over the years, and with the hip hop, turning 50, they were a big wave for it. Just from a general side, and help paving the way for the whole Chicano rap. But when they first came around, they even said they just wanted to be billed as a hip hop group. They weren't trying to be, the first Chicano group. They weren't, but I mean, they weren't trying to do that. But that's how people, interpreted them, and I think they, did a real good job with it. And of course, the other audience they have, the new metal audience as well. So they've they have a lot of fans throughout a whole lot of wide respect of genres and people. So can't go wrong, especially with what they talk about. So uh, all right. So any other thoughts on the group itself?
Yeah, I tried to watch a few interviews of them to try to get an idea of where they were coming from, and
Mm,
uh, I liked them. They said basically they happen to be like kind of this multicultural group, but they
yeah.
didn't set out to be that. They just
No.
happen to all be from like the same street, Cypress Street,
Yeah.
and
Cypress
they all
Avenue.
grew up together. So
Mm,
I like that they're really trying to bring people together.
yeah.
So
Yeah. That's what their music was about. Just bringing people together, having a good time, and can't complain with them. I wouldn't say they're one of my favorites, but for the most part, I have respect. You can't ever go wrong with a Cypress Hill project, if you ask me. All right. So those are the memories. Artwork. What do you think of the artwork? I think that was like the first album we've done where the group or whoever the performer is isn't on the artwork. What were your thoughts? I'm curious.
I really took a look at the artwork after I had already listened to the album, and I was like, Jesus, this it seems like such a dark cover for how the album goes. It's like dark. You got the cemetery,
Hmm.
skulls, a tree with no life on it, a crucifix, thunderstorms. I read that Muggs,
DJ
what
Muggs.
do they call it? The DJ came up with the idea for the album's spooky cover
Uh,
while driving by Cypress Hill Cemetery in Brooklyn, and I was like, "Wow, this is really dark." It didn't really go along with the lighter theme of the album, if you ask me. But all the albums that are more dark on the cover, DMX, 3 6 Mafia, to me they were all a little lighter than what they
yeah. I
conveyed.
mean, I think the album, and we'll get into it in a second. I think the album had a few dark songs, but for the most part, I think it was a little lighter than what it indicated. I think maybe if we do a few more Cypress Hill projects on the show, which we will, I think their next album was a little darker than this one. That's what I'll say there. But well, but I mean, for me, I mean, yeah, I think a few songs maybe even one of the videos may reflect what the artwork or what theme they were trying to go for, but a lot of the songs kind of don't. But in my opinion, but it is what it is when it comes down to it.
They kind of approached a lot of things with like humor and stuff, and I guess I just don't see that in the album cover.
Yeah, I mean, it could scare a little kid. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. uh, so let's break down this album now. Let's start with the beats as always. What beat what really stuck out to you in terms of this is fly, this is dark. What was the best beat or beats?
I liked "Insane in the Brain." Partially, I'm sure, partially because of nostalgia, but also the beat just went along really well with the song itself. It was like psychedelic, mind
Hmm.
bending, everything to do with being insane.
All right, yeah, that's a good beat. Wasn't my favorite, but it's definitely a good beat. I would have to
What was
say
your favorite?
I really like that beat. I think it was the only song that DJ Muggs did not produce on the album because he pretty much handled all the production of the album. I Ain't Going Out Like That was my favorite. I thought it gave it like a dark tone, and I think it really reflected what they were trying to go for in the album. I don't know.
Yeah, that beat was more dark. At the
Mhm.
beginning, there's like this trumpet, and it sounds like it's trying to like sound off, but then it just fizzles off, and I was
Well,
like,
I think
I
you're
I noted that.
I think you're thinking of the first song, "I Want to Get High." The whole with the bells that. I mean, uh,
The bells,
uh,
well, it's probably like 15, 20 seconds into "I Ain't Going Out Like That." It's like a
oh,
weird
that
like,
okay, okay. I see what you're saying. I thought
yeah,
you were talking about the first track.
yeah, not the very first one, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that,
it was I like that beat too.
yeah. "I Want to Get High" was definitely a runner up, and then "Insane in the Brain" I'd probably have to put third. I mean, the production on the album was amazing for the most part. DJ Muggs, I think, is a very underrated producer, and like I said, we'll get into other recommendations we'll have toward the end of the show. So, but and then let's discuss the singles. There were four singles. Let's start with the one that did not have a music video. "Liquor Shots." What were your thoughts on this song?
So when I first saw it, I was like, we just did a song called "Lick Shots" on this album.
Yeah.
And maybe I will understand what the heck lick shot means after I finish this. And I kind of did. I'm like, okay, lick a shot means like something along the lines of a let the Glock hum. So I'm like, okay, well, I
Well,
have a better idea of that now.
well, I
Um,
don't think Missy Elliott
but
was going for that, but I mean,
I didn't think so either. That's why I was like, yeah, I know she's not talking about like letting the chopper fly. Like, what the heck? But I liked the song. I liked when he said flashback skills when I used to bang on the corner. I warn you, gonna roll on your fool, hit you with a golden rule. Because I was like, wow, usually when people are using a golden rule, they're like, be nice, use the golden rule. But he's like, no, I'm using this golden rule as justice. I'm gonna hit you with the golden rule. So I liked how he kind of flipped that on its head.
yeah, yeah, that first verse in that song was really good, and then I also did like the chorus. "Let the gat hum, lick a shot." So I get the gat hum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like the hum, and then the second verse. "Sunday morning, waking up, it's storming, raindrops falling on my head, it's pouring, cats and dogs, pigs a wagging, looking for an afro, one that's sagging, Scooby Doo, and fuck down." Yeah. The Scooby Doo we'll definitely get into a little later on, but yeah, it was a pretty good song. Not one of my favorites, but definitely, um, Be Real and Sendal, they had some pretty good verses on this whole CD for this most part, this whole album. All right, any other final thoughts on this song?
I liked another part when he said, "If you push that by like nothing, watch me turn to a psycho all of a sudden." um, I thought that was funny, but it was a pretty good song overall.
All right. Second single, let's discuss "When the Shit Goes Down, You Better Be Ready." Or "When the Ship Goes Down." I don't know. It was weird. When I sent you the music video for it, I'm like, okay, they had to clean it up for the radio. So "When the Ship Goes Down," and then it's like they still blurted out. I don't know. Does ship and shit sound too similar to you?
Yeah,
Maybe
it really did. You can't tell the difference.
maybe that's why they blurred it out. But yeah, I guess yeah. "When the Shit Goes Down." What were your thoughts on this song?
um, I liked it. It was pretty good. It's just about if you're gonna be being attacked, you better be ready to be attacked back. In the video, the guy wasn't ready when the shit went down. He
Yeah.
wasn't ready.
Yeah, classic example of, a dude, he wasn't ready, and just video I thought was generic. I mean, I thought all the videos for the most part were pretty well done. I know some of them probably were like re-edited for HD purposes in this day and age, but I thought they all were pretty well done. But yeah, definitely, I mean, it didn't really have any favorite verse, but just yeah, just I think the moral of the story here is just you got to be ready, and that kid wasn't ready apparently. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, well, it's a great video, all right song, great video. So definitely check it out if you have not seen it. When the shit goes down. All right, next one we'll talk about. I guess we'll do. I ain't going out like that. Yeah, this video was interesting. It like I said, I think the song and the video itself reflects the artwork of the album. I actually heard when I watched that Tiny Desk concert, Be Real was saying that they wanted this song to be the lead, but I guess the label really wanted Insane in the Brain to be their lead single, and I guess they were right because it's their most popular song to this day. So, but going back to this song, it definitely was like that hard, dark Cypress Hill that I like. And like I said, they have like several different styles they can go into, and this is like, my favorite Cypress Hill. Like in terms of like their style, their attitude, all that good stuff. And as for the music video, just with the trucks or the SUVs rolling at the beginning, and then just dragging a body out of the truck or whatever. I thought that was kind of like, God damn, yeah, this is like awesome, something out of a horror film.
It really was. You got a bald guy running from a mob with torches. It really was like scary. They're digging a grave.
Yeah, like, yeah, I think this is just,
Skulls.
I think that's the image Cypress Hill wanted people to feel like. They wanted people to be afraid of them. I mean, that would be my interpretation. Just
Yeah, and I think I read. I didn't watch the Tiny Desk, but I read something else
uh huh,
similar to what you were saying. They were saying we didn't want "Insane in the Brain" to be our lead single. We thought that was just going to be a filler song,
yeah,
and it just ends up to be this crazy huge song.
yeah, it really was. Yeah, just like I said, they wanted this song to be their lead song, and they didn't have faith in Insane in the Brain at all. So yeah, just the fact that sometimes, hey, I know artists don't want to listen to their label executives, but sometimes those guys are getting paid because they, to an extent, know what they're doing. Like,
Yeah,
and
I've heard a couple stories like that. Like I think Tony Braxton, "Unbreak My Heart," she was like totally unconvinced about "Unbreak My Heart." Like, what? You want to put that out? But it did. It was like one of her biggest songs she ever did.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
sometimes they know what they're talking about.
yeah, sometimes you gotta listen to them. I will say. And
Yeah.
then speaking of Insane in the Brain, um, let's jump into that one. For me, it just I don't know if you've ever seen House of Pain. It felt like a House of Pain video, and I think that was like when I started watching all these videos, I forgot how long of hair Be Real actually had. I don't know if you've seen him recently, but his hair is like real short now. But yeah, definitely felt like like a House of Pain video, but they were like at a concert, guys jumping into the crowd and all that stuff. I thought the video could have been a little better, but just a basic generic video. As for the song
Is
itself, what were you saying?
is House of Pain a group?
Yeah, House of Pain is a group. They did that song. What
Okay.
is it? Jump around, jump up,
Oh,
and then
okay.
down. Yeah, that song. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, just you know, you definitely like with this video, I thought it could have been done maybe a little better because it's just a generic. Hey, I'm performing at a show. Maybe not like a real concert, but I just thought it could have been better. As for the song, it's a good song. You know, I see why people love it. You know, definitely the great beat, something to like nod your head to, and you know, sing along with "Insane in the Membrane, Insane in the Brain." Um, you got any thoughts on this song? I know you talked about it a little earlier in terms of you know your memories of
Yeah,
them.
I really liked it. I really only knew the beat, but this time I really got a chance to listen to the lyrics, and I really enjoyed the first verse, especially when he's saying, "Next, get the chair, got me going like electric, and lights are blinking. I'm
Mm.
thinking it's all over when I go out drinking,"
Oh yeah.
and I like that because he's kind of like he's describing the mind state of a person who's literally like being electrocuted to death, and he's thinking, "Damn, I shouldn't have been drinking so much." Because it's like a lot of people have those mornings when they wake up and they're like, "I'm never drinking again." But you got some guy in an electric chair, saying the same thing. I thought that was really funny, and even just his flow on that part, I really liked it. The video, I thought the video, it was a little like flashy,
Yeah.
but it kind of went along with the crazy theme, like the crazy theme of the song. You got green, purple, orange, pink
Yeah.
flashing
Hmm.
symbols. Like the constant changing of the colors and the flashes. It kind of goes along neatly with the theme of the song.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I thought the theme of the song, you know, was pretty good for the most part. Like I said, the video, I just maybe if they just did like the flashy part, I don't. I think the concert part was just you know a little unnecessary, but it is what it
I
is.
agree. I agree. The concert didn't go along that well with the theme.
That I just saw that and was like, yeah, it's okay. I
If they
mean,
would have had him like actually in an electric chair and
yeah,
saying that, I think
yeah.
that would have been
Like I
dope.
said, I think it could have been done a little better.
Yeah.
Of the music videos, what was your favorite? What's up the music videos?
I like the I ain't going out like that just because
Yeah.
it had a storyline to it. You got the guy who's like, I don't want to be your lackey anymore. I'm coming for you, and the guy's like, okay, you could try. And he goes at him.
Oh no,
I like
you're
it.
thinking of when the shit goes down.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, my bad.
yeah.
When the shit goes
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, that was your good video, but I'd have to go. I ain't going out like that. Just the whole, you know, horror thing, guy running from the mob. So it was just kind of funny. All right, so let's see. Let's get into if I can get back. All right, here we are. Um, let's discuss our three favorite tracks. Which ones are you going with?
Insane in the Brain, Hand on the Glock, and A to the K with an honorable mention for the interlude. What about you?
The interlude. Okay. For me, we're way different on the spectrum here. I ain't going out like that was one of my favorites, and then my other two were hits from the bong and cock the hammer.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, cock the hammer. I thought that was a good song. But yeah, A to the K and Hand on the Clock. Yeah, I listened to them. Hand on the Clock came close. Maybe it'd be an honorable mention for me. Honorable mention for me though was I Want to Get High, and I guess Insane in the Brain. I've heard that song a million times. It's just you know when you hear a song like a million times, it's just like yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of like 50 Cents in the Club. You hear that song a million times, it's just like
that's true. I'm
yeah,
still sick of that song from playing 20 years ago every day.
yeah. So yeah, I couldn't do Insane in the Brain. So let's start with your picks. We already talked about Insane in the Brain, A to the K, and Hand on the Glock. What were your thoughts?
For Hand on the Glock, I like the part where they say, "When I put away the shotgun, bought me a Glock, took a little trip to the funky weed spot, tried to jack me, but homie got shot. La 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 la
All
la."
right,
I
all right,
thought,
all right. Okay, keep going,
you
keep going.
know, he keeps on saying the la la thing every time something like horrible
La la la
happens.
la.
He's like, yeah, but I like that because la las are usually they're usually for to denote some kind of like childlike peace tranquility, but it's like every time something horrible happens he just uses the la la la, and it's kind
Oh,
of unsettling in a way, but I liked his usage of it. And I like when he says self defense turns to the offense, but
Yeah.
nobody even really knows that. All they see is me and the gat. Because I'm sure people have felt like that before. So I enjoyed that one. What did you think of it?
Well, first of all, if you like that song, then you will love a song from their first album called "Hand on the Pump." I'll send it to you after we're done. But yeah, you would love that song. It was off their first
Okay.
album. Yeah, yeah. So and then yeah, so yeah, Hand on the Lock. I think it's a sequel to Hand on the Pump, but different beat, obviously. But I think you'd really like that one. I thought it was a pretty good song for the most part. Yeah, I did like the part where turn defense into offense. I like that, but it just it was close to being in my top three. I just couldn't do it though. Just it didn't have enough. But I mean, good song. I could see why a person would like it. The la 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 part. Yeah,
Yeah, that shook me to the core.
yeah. Like I said, you would like Hand on a Pump. I'll send it to you. It was actually one of their singles off their first album. I'll send it to you. Just let me know what you think of it, and then
Okay.
we'll do your other single, your other pick, A to the K. What'd you think of that one?
I like they had some like clever usage of numbers throughout it. Like you know, they go they use numbers throughout it. Like I'm picking nine. Hell, I'm out to get mine. One life had begun from the roughneck. 18 G's for the green. The very last verse, they
Hmm.
say he's talking about like I guess robbing somebody, and he's saying, "Why did the fool try to act so brave? Put from the nine equals six to the grave."
Yeah.
So I mean, I like the way that they just kind of use numbers throughout the song.
Yeah, I didn't ever
Well,
really notice the numbers part, but it's a good song. It also was on the higher echelon. If I were to rank the whole album, it was a real good song. But just I could definitely see myself bumping it. But I didn't really notice like the whole use of numbers. But it's like you go to the first verse, he mentions 18G for the green obscene, and it's for the time being, I'm picking nine. Hell, I'm out to get the nine. Yeah, so I'm out to get mine. So yeah, just yeah, a
he'll
lot,
say,
a lot.
"Take two homies, three
Yeah,
combined," and
yeah,
then another party say, "Next thing you know, I'm jumping into 6-4."
yeah,
uh, yeah, he
yeah. A lot of
kind of
numbers in that song,
yeah.
but definitely good song. I mean, I liked it. All right, so for my picks, I ain't going out like that. As just love the video, favorite single, probably my favorite Cypress Hill song, one of them anyway. If I were to rank their whole catalog, um, but definitely yeah. So and then I'll get into let's see, let's start with hits from the bong. I thought it was just a mellow type of song, and it got into the other audience that it likes to capture. The weed audience.
Stoners.
Yeah, stoners if you want to call it that. It's definitely had a mellow beat. It'd probably be another runner up for one of the best beats, and then I like the definitely the chorus part where it's like hits from the bong. Can I get a hit? Hits from the bong. So
Yeah, I like that one too. It's kind of like a more laid back beat. And then I liked how on the beat they like had like the little bong noises, the bubbles and stuff from the bong. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then it kind of sound like when they're talking, they're like actually a little bit high or something. So
mm,
it was cool.
yeah, that was a good song. Oh, one verse I do want to point out, and I ain't going out like that. I like the part where um the first verse where he was like headed down to the Mexican border, smoking that smelly Northern Cali, gonna put a slug in Captain O'Malley. I like that part. Yeah, I wanted to say that real quick, just in terms of like verses. Yeah, that first verse and I ain't going out like that goes hard, and then final song, cock the hammer. It's time for action. One thing about Cypress Hill, at least with this album, a lot of these songs were easy to sing along to.
That's true. That's true. They're kind of like 50 Cent in that
Yeah,
regard, like very catchy,
yeah,
easy beats, like not all over the place
yeah,
and repetitive.
yeah. I like how Sindog starts out the song here. I'm on a chicken hunt, hunting for a chicken. Get paranoid when you hear my Glock clicking. And yeah, I thought that whole verse went hard there. And then of course the be real, with the second verse and the chorus, cock the hammer. Cock the hammer, it's time for action. Kind of a funny song if you think about it. I mean, or it could be a dark song. I mean, it's how one would interpret the song, but yeah, but definitely. But it seems like we interpreted this album from different standpoints, with our favorites and everything. So, but ooh, I hear that thunderstorm.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, hopefully it stops soon.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hopefully, you ain't going out to playing that.
I ain't going out like that. I ain't
Yeah,
going
yeah,
out.
yeah. Don't go out like that. All right. So any song on the album that you probably won't play or you'll skip or you didn't really care for too much?
I wasn't messing with the Scooby Doo one. I was just like, they could have kept this.
Scooby Doo. Well, that was on there. On the 30th year expansion. But for me, I actually like Scooby Doo. I thought that was a pretty good song, but I didn't care too much for Three Little Putos. It was okay, but um,
I agree with that.
if you're talking about the base album, so going to their cuts. They put out a 30th year anniversary expanded edition track listing. They had a remix for Insane in the Brain, Lick a Shot, which I didn't really care for too much. Hits from the Bong, that was an interesting song. Scooby Doo, I kind of like that song. We were on the other end of the spectrum there. And then the Spanish version of Insane in the Brain. So you did listen to Scooby Doo. Any other songs that you liked or disliked off this track expansion for the 30-year anniversary?
I like the Bong remix because it seemed like they might have slowed it down even a little more, so these people sound even more high.
Mm,
So I like that, but I like the original beat better. But I like
yeah.
the slowing down in the
Yeah, they
other
did.
one.
Yeah, they did slow that song down a bit. I mean, for me, Scooby Doo, which is a pretty popular song, it's on their Essential album, so I liked it a lot. And as for Insane in the Brain, I was just I've heard the song so many times. I didn't really care for the Lick a Shot, the Baker Boys remix, so I'm okay with that. So getting into it now. Got some recommendations for you guys. So if you love the production on this album, definitely DJ Muggs. He's a great producer. I'll recommend an album he did work on. Was Ice Cube's The Predator. He produced several tracks on there. So if you like DJ Muggs' production, definitely check out Ice Cube's third studio album, The Predator, where he produces a few songs. Um, like I said, if you were into this style of hip hop, a group that was kind of similar to them, but maybe not all the way, was House of Pain. Definitely check out House of Pain's uh, debut self-titled album, also known as Fine Malt Lyrics. So you could definitely check that one out as well. They capture some of the same audience, with their songs like Jump Around and a few others. And and then DJ Muggs also did work with DJ Letho as well. So and he's in the House of Pain group. And then another group that was a little more on the you know Chicano side of hip hop, a lighter shade of brown. Check out Hip Hop Locos. They have a remix on there called Spill the Wine, and believe DJ Muggs played a part in that as well. So those will be some recommendations. Another thing, definitely check out Cypress Hill's whole, catalog of, discography. And DJ Muggs also definitely check out his work that he's done with Soul Assassins over the years. So, definitely recommendations if you like this album. But many people regard this as probably their best album. Um, so we're at the end of the episode now. Final thoughts, Netta. Any songs you're taking back to your playlist with after listening to this?
Yeah, I'm taking back the la 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 song.
And on the
I really
Glock.
like hand on the clock. What about you?
um, let's see. I mean, I ain't going out like that. I mean, I already had that on one of my favorites playlists. I'll probably put it on my, a little more frequent playlist now. And Cock the Hammer, definitely. And um, big hits from the bong, and I'll definitely check out A to the K and Hand on the Clock. Those were some pretty good choices as well. It's a great album. I mean, maybe if I listen to it a couple more times, I might consider getting it on vinyl. Who knows? So, well, we'll see. We'll see about that. So we're gonna put this episode in the books. Do you guys have any thoughts on this album? What do you guys think? Discuss your favorite tracks, all that good stuff. For Netta, who is trying to stay dry from this rainstorm, I'm Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool, saying so long. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see ya. Stay dry out there, folks.